Stamptastical friends. I am Jen from Stamptastical.com, and I want to thank you for spending time with me today. I'd like to show you how to make this project featuring a new stamp set in our 2017 holiday catalog, which goes live Friday, September 1, called Painted Harvest. So in this stamp set, you have some sunflower images and some leaves and some wonderful sentiments, and it features a technique called two-step stamping that I wanted to show you how to do today. So let's get started. Okay, for this project, let me keep this here, you're going to use several colors of ink, and that has to do with the two-step stamping. So we have Soft Sky and Marina Mist, and then we have Chocolate Chip and Early Espresso. And then for the leaves, we're going to do Old Olive and Stamp Off. Okay, and then for the, let me move these, for the paper, we have a card base of Early Espresso, and it is 5.5 by 8.5. I went ahead and scored it at 4.25. So there's our card base. For the mat, I also used Marina Mist, and that is 5.25 by 4. And then for the base, or the card front, excuse me, not the base, the card front, it is 5 by 3 3/4. So let's go ahead and get started. So we're going to start with the leaves. Now, in this one, I actually did the flowers first and then leaves, and you can kind of see, I mean, I own it, that the leaves kind of cover the flowers, and that's not really how it should work. So this time I'm going to try something different and just hope it works, which is we're going to mask. So I just punched out a circle about the size of the flower shapes here. I don't know if you can see that. And I'm going to stamp the leaves around that, so I kind of know where to place my leaves and then later my flowers, so I have an area for them. So here I have the leaves, and the leaves are actually two actual stamp images. So we're going to use this image and this image. And for this part, because I don't have two colors or shades of Old Olive, you could do it several ways, but this is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to stamp off. So I have my Old Olive here, and I have my inked, or my stamp, excuse me, and so I'm going to ink it up a little bit, get it a little juicy, and I'm going to stamp it off because I want that first layer to be kind of light. Okay, and let's see, I'm going to do probably a flower over here, and let's do one this way. Oop, I forgot to stamp off, didn't I? That, all right, that's looking good. And then let's do a flower up here, and we're going to ink it up, stamp it off, and let's do a leaf like this. Great. Okay, so now what we need to do is finish up our leaves. We need to get that other more detailed leaf image. Let me get that out of my stamps here. And peel this off and put this on here. So this actually is the more detailed look of the leaf. And we don't have to stamp this off because we really want to accentuate. Now, because the stamp says photopolymer, it makes it really easy to line up your stamps and stamp over it, and there you go. So when we actually go back in and stamp our flowers, we will be able to we'll be able to not cover up our flowers for our leaves. There's that one, and then let's see, this one here, I think it was, yeah. We're gonna stamp this over here and line that up. And there we go. Okay, so now our leaves are done and we can actually start creating these beautiful flowers. Now for this, I started with the lighter color and then went over it with the darker color. So my flower base, let's move this out here, is actually Soft Sky. I'm sorry, you can hear my daughter and her friends are playing in the background, and I told them I was filming, but apparently they're having too much fun playing with slime. Alright, so here is one flower base, and then this flower base, and we'll have one right over here. Perfect. Okay. Then let's go ahead and do the more detailed flower layer. Where'd you go? Oh, here you are. We're going to do that in Marina Mist. Pop that open. Let's get this out of the way so I don't get confused. And I like that it has a circle in the center because it makes lining this up really easy. Making sure I get that good and inked up. So, excuse my hands as I make sure that my circles are lined up, because we're going to go back in and we're going to do some two-step stamping for the center as well. Oh, that's looking beautiful. I love this color combination. Now, I've seen a lot of them. You can do pretty much any color of flower you wanted, sunflowers or I believe dahlias. I'm blanking out at the moment, but there's so many colors of flowers you could do. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're nearly done stamping. What we're going to do now is we're going to do our centers. So for the big center, which would be your, I guess if you were doing sunflowers, it's seeds, we're going to do chocolate chip. And then we're going to accent with early espresso and stamp our sentiment. There we go. Chocolate chip is being a little fussy. So here's our circle. And we'll just line that up. The beauty is it's supposed to look watercolored, so it's not, you know, perfect, which I kind of like. I'm going to move this a little bit here. There we go. And I don't know if you can tell, it's lighter in the center, and that allows you to stamp the seeds or additional details in the center of your flowers. So now we're going to do some early espresso. I just have to be careful with these small stamps because I don't know about you, but sometimes I end up inking up my pad. I'm sorry, my stamping block. There we go. All right, so now we're just going to put some dots in the center here. Dot and dot. All that's left now is the sentiment. So let me get a stamping block here. There we go. And it says, I'm thankful for you. This is such a timely stamp set, either for fall, for Thanksgiving, or just because. Who doesn't like a thank you card? I'm sitting at an angle, so excuse me while I tilt this a little bit. Perfect. Okay, so our stamping is done. And now we just put it together and do some embellishment. Okay, so now we got the stamping done. We just need to embellish. So I want to start with the burlap ribbon. What you're going to need to finish this project, I have some linen thread, and I went ahead and just tied a bow because I'm the world's slowest bow tire, especially with the thread. So I decided, well, I'll just go ahead and tie that off campus. So we're going to actually run a little ribbon across our bottom flower, which seems kind of a shame to cover it up, but just adds a little texture to this project. Okay, and I'm just going to flip this over and put some adhesive on the back, trim and stick. There we go. So we're just going to flip that over there and attach that to the adhesive, and then we need to do the same with a line of this linen thread here. So we're just gonna, I'm sure there's lots of ways you can do this, but this is just the way I ended up doing it. Oop, that's not what I needed. There we go. So I'm just gonna run that across so it looks like it's wrapped all the way around, even though it's not really. And attach that to that adhesive I put on the back. Let's try to get that centered. Boom. Okay. So while we got the back here, let's go ahead and put some more adhesive on the back and attach it to our Marina Mist mat. And then we'll attach the little bow on the front. So we're going to line that up. Looks like that's pretty much even on all sides. Great. Let's just finish with the adhesive. And you can hear one of my dogs snoring in the background. Apparently, quiet is too much to ask for today. That's all right. Okay, let me trim down the edges of this bow a little bit. Now, usually I would do a glue dot. In the interest of time for this video, I'm just going to use some adhesive and get that on there. And oh, my ribbon's shedding. And there you have it. So that is a quick and simple two-step stamping card featuring the Painted Harvest stamp set that is brand spanking new and coming out Friday, September 1st in the holiday catalog. I wish I could show you the catalog, but I could not until Friday. Please check back because we will be previewing some of the stamp sets from the new catalog as we count down to the launch on Friday. And if you'd like a new catalog, feel free to email me at jen@stamptastical.com and I will drop one in the mail to you. And I want to thank you for your time and hope you have a Stamptastical day. Thanks for watching.